Hey, how's everybody
What's
doing?
up, y'all?
What's going on?
Yeah,
I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Oh, it's been a minute.
yeah, it has, hasn't
It has been a minute. I I want to say first of all, um, we are in very difficult times. I just want you all to hang strong and hang tough. We're going to get through this. You ready to pour the wine? You're ready to pour the wine. You're like, let's go. So you go ahead and pour that wine. And as usual, as it has been before, why didn't we pour the wine before this show?
it?
Okay.
Because that's just not something we do.
We never ever do that. We wait and everybody got to wait. I hope you guys are getting your wine together as well. Okay. Hi, Courtney. So, you guys, I hope you have your wine. It is going to be a fantastic show. And woo, the topic is going to be hot. But first, let's make a toast to you and let's make a toast to us for long lives.
That'll work.
Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Wait a minute.
You're going to have another sip?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Stephanie. You know what? I'm going to have another sip too. Today's topic is rough. Give me 1 second. Maybe a gulp. Hey, William. Mm. We miss you too. Trust me. We miss you too. So, today's topic. What does Make America Great Again mean to you? One of the things that I would like to say is that became such a tense statement. And it was since 2016 that it became a nightmare for a lot of us. Hi, Big Will. It became a nightmare for some of us. So, um, I always say it depends on how your words are being interpreted. Um, Ever since, and I'm going to say it, that monster got into office, it has changed our world tremendously. And at the same time, it brought about a lot of realizations that we didn't know before. Um, for me, it made me understand how much I miss family and how much the kids and having people over and stuff. What?
I've not seen the connection.
You're not okay. Okay. Ben's putting me back. Hey, Sir God. Ben is putting me back on topic. So let's start it. Okay, Ben. Listen.
Uh,
So,
yeah. All right.
what does Make America Great Again mean to you?
Okay.
Wait, can I say something first? I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to say something before we begin. Before we begin, hold that thought. I know you're exploding. I know you are. Okay. When Trump said, decided to make that statement, MAGA, Make America Great Again, um, he left it up to interpretation. There was no way that he even bothered to explain by what he meant by it. So he left it up to us, the American people, to decide what it means. And now, Ben, you can begin. Oh, and of course, if you guys want to call in, phone number is 516-262-3097. New number, new start. Go ahead.
Okay. Being that I do a lot of reading and so forth, but like she said, what does it mean to me?
To you.
It means a time somewhere between the era of, I'd say, the 30s and the 50s. Jim Crow, there was still lynching, black men were subordinate. You were still a boy, which has my issues. The fact that how we jumped from fighting for our manhood to now we're
Oh, no, 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 okay. Stop. Stop.
All
Stop.
right, and so the whole thing about
I can't
Make
kick him
America
under the
Great-
table.
Yeah, there's no table.
But I can still reach over and pinch.
You see the threats, right?
No
Anyway,
threats.
no, I mean, in all seriousness, I'm trying to keep light because I think anybody out there that basically knows me knows I have issues because I see it for what it is. Make America Great Again means literally, so to speak, their foot literally on our necks, but openly. Make America Great Again was us being, what is it, willful victims. In other words, yes, master, yes, boss. Whatever, to take whatever abuses that came from them, because even now, their reaction to our defiance to them abusing us is like they can't understand. Why won't you let us? All right? That's Make America Great Again to me. And it'll never be great again.
That doesn't sound too great.
It was for them. It was never meant for us.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
When was America... No, let me ask you. When was America ever great for us? We died in their wars for them. Were we celebrated?
Okay.
Were we anything, any contribution that we've ever made? Have we been celebrated? No. Excuse me, y'all. Speak, my love.
Okay. So, why can't it mean back to a particular time in your life as a child, maybe, where life was fun, we didn't have to pay any bills, where we didn't have to... You looking at me in total shock.
Yes, I am.
My question is, what does Make America Great Again mean to you? To you. Because listen, I know a lot of people are going to give me a whole lot of rah-rah over this, but it was left up to interpretation. Now, there were a lot of white supremacists who decided, hey, let's get black people back into slavery or whatever their crazy mindset was. A lot of them got their ass busted for that shit, too. Excuse me.
But they still feel that way.
And they're going to feel that way, and they've always felt, and they've always felt that way.
And that is the point. Because they're acting in ways that they would have never acted before.
Okay.
All right? Yo,
I'm gonna
and the fact that most of the men have gotten feminine.
No, okay, so we're not doing that again. Okay, so Big Will said hello. He also said he can't say his meaning out loud, but his hardcore followers knows his meaning. Sharon said, hi, Hills. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Sir God said, everyone's perspective of America's greatness should differ depending on your experience. Yeah, okay. William said, don't worry. He thinks Joe Biden is going to make sure there is a silver lining to his dark cloud that Donald had hovering over you for 4 years. And then Big Will said, if enough people participate in the process. I could definitely look towards the negative aspect of Make America Great Again. And, of course, I have no choice because that's the way people are acting and I have to act accordingly. But I also have to reflect with me personally and what was a great time in my life. Go ahead.
Personal nostalgia.
Yes. If I listen.
They said make a great. All right. Make America great. All right. For you. All right. All right. See, maybe I'm thinking about us.
I'm. You know what? I am too. So I understand that too. But what I'm trying to say is that monster left it up to interpretation, and when he did that, that was part of his. I don't know if he did it intentionally because he's really not a bright person, but it caused so much division in this country. So much division in this country.
Okay. No, you took the mask off.
The mask was never on.
Well, no. What are you talking about?
The mask was never on.
Not
They
that
okay.
it
I
was
understand what you're saying. So much more of it,
acting out.
they were
on
acting
that.
out on it. Yeah, they're acting out on it,
So
but they always
it was
have.
like what
Social
they've
media,
always acted
social
out
media
on it.
has brought it out to everyone. So people in the north know what the people in the south are doing, and they're not just hearing about it from word of mouth. They're seeing it on social media and things of that nature.
Yes, there's nothing new under the
My
sun.
problem is that this monster has not did anything to stop it or to say this is not what I meant by make America great again. This is
Okay.
he didn't. He just let it lead up to interpretation.
Okay, and so now we have what we have, and there's still been
Hi, I'm gonna say Fuller. Thank you, Andrew.
fine. Okay, all right. You made me lose my train of thought. I said something to you, and you. Sorry, gone.
Dead silence. Okay, so what I was making the point of is that this monster did not go and interpret what he meant by that or what his idea was of let's make America great again.
Well, if you look at it a particular way, it could be, that could be interpreted that was done like that on purpose.
It was done on purpose.
So
That's
what
my
is your
point.
point?
That was my point. It was done on purpose to cause confusion and division. This is exactly what he got.
If this was a racial ploy,
Hi.
then
It was a racial ploy so that he could get as many white supremacists on board to vote for him so that he could win the election. And he still didn't rectify it afterwards.
yeah, why should he?
Right, because he got what he wanted.
Now, what is he left with? Because this is still a nation that he's supposedly supposed to be running.
Well,
correct?
well, that's his problem too. He's a narcissist, so he thinks he owns it. This is his kingdom.
But don't you do something about things in your kingdom?
Well, yeah, he's making himself great again. Maybe that's what he meant by make America great again.
When was he great to be again?
Well, you'd have to ask him, and there's no way I'm speaking to that monster. Do you understand the point does anybody understand the point that I'm making? He said make America great again. Has it ever occurred to anybody that he's like make America great again for him? He's a narcissist. He's about self. He's always been about self. You don't think that's he because he left it up to interpretation. We all took it as, oh, he wants this again, that again. I mean, we're still going through the same things that happened before. It's never been great for us as a whole.
This is why I honestly feel the very statement in and of itself was never to us. We're taking it as, again, this illusion of inclusion. Where did that come from? That was for us to interpret or anything. He said, let's make America great again. That had nothing to do with us.
At the end of the day, I think it was just a slogan that he made up at that moment.
Could be.
And ran with it. This is why he didn't have an interpretation of what he meant by it.
But
and everybody else, he was like, yeah, that means that.
See,
yeah, that means that too.
At the end of the day, here you are. Now, I know this has been the argument from the beginning, but here you are, the leader of a nation. You make statements, speeches, blah, 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 blah. In that position, you have individuals that are advising you, that are telling you now whether or not you take this advice or not is up to the president and so forth. But nonetheless, this is what I'm saying. There's supposed to be too many checks and balances, because if Obama was supposed to have been checked at everything,
he was.
He did. This dude has not been checked once.
And whose fault is that?
Fault?
You're not going to like what I'm going to say. You're not going to like what I'm going to say. It's our fault.
Oh, you out your mind.
I'm not out my mind.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I've already said to you time and time again, if we are sitting there, well, I'm going to explain why, and you're going to tell me why I'm wrong.
Please.
Okay. So before this monster sat in that house and sat in that Oval Office, there are senators that are in Congress that are part of that checks and balance. And they got voted into those seats. And we did not bother to find out their importance on it. This is why this man could run around and do whatever he wants to do. And it's okay because we basically put the Senate in the seat. He is to blame, but he's a monster. He's all of this other kind of stuff. And he is. But like you said, why is the Senate and all of them, why are they sitting there and allowing this to happen? Because we sat them in those seats.
When this dude was elected, white America lost their mind because everybody was like, wait, how did he get here? I didn't do this. And then they went through the whole thing of, well, he lost the popular vote, but the colleges are the one that got him in.
Okay, we already did a show about the Electoral College. We're not going to go into that again.
Listen.
That's not what I'm talking about.
America is supposed to be about the people, for the people, blah, 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 the damn people. The people say that's bullshit, and they still outvoice them. You got a choice? The electoral, the vote, are you...
Listen.
That's just...
Okay, let's go back to what you said. You went on to say how President Obama was constantly being checked and stopped with a lot of things that he was done. And this monster is not.
Yes.
I said to you, because there's an issue with the checks and balance. You and I can agree with that. They're not checking him. The people, the houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. Yeah, well, because they are the ones that have to say, no, we're not going to allow that.
Okay.
They're not doing it. Who sat them?
Wait.
He's not getting it.
No.
Who sat them in that seat?
Hold it.
We did.
Stop. Are we not listening, or reading rather, and even some cases listening, to these very same people that are in these houses that are bitching about him?
Okay, so let me explain to you
what
again.
You say? So you can talk about them, but you can't do nothing. You're helpless too. You're in a place of power.
Yes, they are in a place of power, and they have to vote collectively. Because each representative represents a state. And when we put them in to office by not voting, the others know what they're doing.
Oh my God. You know what? And see,
it's like you're not even listening. Can go ahead, make your point, because I want to read some comments.
Listen, it's not that I'm not. While I do understand you, this is why I say I hate politics and politicians. When we are talking about the meanings and real people and real lives, and whose lives depend upon a bunch of individuals who have been given the responsibility of looking out for you, and that is not their thing. Their whole goal is a game with your life. I can't accept it. It's stupid. It is absolutely stupid.
You still haven't addressed it, but
haven't addressed what?
Give me 1 second. Let me read some comments. Okay. So Sir God said, we don't know his intent. We can only assume division was his ulterior motive. Okay. Doug says he thrives on chaos. Stephanie said, I think he may have meant MAGA by getting rid of the Dems and bring in a rep. Okay. Big Will says he doesn't have the power to do the things he does. Oh, wait, more comments are coming. He doesn't have the power to do the things he does, but with Moscow Mitch running roughshod over the Senate, he's allowed to do that. He also says, so the deal is he says and does dumb things, and Moscow Mitch gets the unqualified judges to fill the federal bench. So God said there's an agenda to be carried out no matter who the face president is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, again, my question to you was, why is it we are responsible for that monster being in that
I
office.
refuse to
We
accept
are
that
we are
responsibility. There
responsible.
are only
We
44
are
million
responsible
of us in
for
a
bringing
country full of
the Senate,
390
the
million.
Senate,
Our voice is not
the
strong enough.
Congress. We have state representatives. Each state representative sits in those seats.
Who will they represent?
They represent the state, which is us. They are state representatives. We talked about this
us.
on an earlier
Yes, we were
show
talking about the vote.
about you want certain things. You talk about being a registered voter. You have that, and it's like you want that seat. This is what I want done. When these people go into office, we have to know what their policies are. Are you okay? Excuse me, guys. Okay. I just got to make sure he's not dying.
All right.
Okay, good. We heard you. You have your mic on. So even when you ran away, everybody could still hear you. So we're going to put his glass.
Excuse me, y'all.
We're going to put your glass behind there. You,
Wrong pipe.
I know.
Excuse me, y'all.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, babe.
Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Okay, baby.
Well, I am your wife. I'm kind of worried.
I'm fine, baby. I'm fine.
Okay. I don't want you to drop dead on YouTube.
Oh, funny.
No, it wouldn't be. Okay.
So good.
Okay.
I guess I was responding to something you said.
Sure.
I was joking.
That's such a typical monster thing to blame me for your choke.
Wow. And you know what? And you know it's real. You know it's real. Back on
Honey.
topic. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So some comments, because that did distract me a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Distract us all. Andrew said, I agree with you, Tell.
What?
They represent people. People are responsible for how the government functions. Okay. Big Will said, there is no longer a Senate of 100. It's all about Moscow Mitch. Okay. We don't know who Moscow Mitch is. Do you know who Moscow Mitch is?
What's his
We
face?
got a call. Okay. He knows. Hold on. Hey, give me 1 second, okay? Are you there?
Hello.
No, he didn't hang up. He or she hang up. Yeah, they hung up. All right, I said give me 1 second, not hang up. But anywho, it's Obama's fault he choked, Stephanie?
Wow.
That's what the monster would have said. It blamed everything on Obama. That's what the monster
That's
does.
what
Yes.
the monster?
Oh, Vladimir Putin. Thanks, William. Moscow
that's
Mitch.
who Miss Moscow Mitch is? Oh, okay. Wow. Miss McConnell is
Mitch
somebody.
McConnell, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Mitch
thinking.
McConnell is who he's saying is Moscow Mitch.
It is Miss McConnell.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Okay.
But basically the thing is, that's what I was trying to explain, that when we put people in those seats, we're saying you represent us in this state and this is what we want. And they vote on things based on that. So that's why I say we're the reason why this man is acting as if he's a tyrant and he can do whatever he wants. And he's untouchable. Remember, they made an attempt to impeach him.
And what
Representative,
was that?
the representative stopped it. They said no, he shouldn't be impeached. I wonder how much they paid him. That's my opinion.
Yo, see, and that's exactly what I'm talking
Well,
about.
we didn't put him in office.
Yo.
There was someone who tried to recruit my daughter to vote Republican. And it's funny. I mean, I don't know which party you're with or what have you, but okay. I don't know which party you guys are with or whatever, but her whole thing was she met my daughter at a gun range. And her whole thing was, oh, you got to vote for me The Democrats are trying to take our guns away from us, and we have a right to our guns. And my daughter told this to me, and I said, "Oh, do you have her flyer?" And I ripped it up to shreds. One of the things that I saw was that her messages on her flyer specifically said that she was being supported by that monster. So I ripped it up and I said, we won't be doing that. So, I mean, that was my opinion on that. It didn't matter because she couldn't get in. He was impeached, but the Senate didn't move him by finding him not guilty. Right. I know he was impeached, but that's the thing. He wasn't removed. I'm listening.
It's a BS game.
Wait, let's go back to. Okay, guys, I want some of y'all to call in 516-262-3097. Please feel free to call in. What does Make America Great Again mean to you? I want you to finish. The phones are not going to go. It's not going to do that. Go ahead.
See, when you do that, the thought, I'm in the moment, and then you cut it.
I didn't cut it.
You did.
You were choking, and then I said some more stuff.
I had a new point. I was talking about just now.
Okay, so say your point.
I forgot it. Anyway, y'all, look. For me, Make America Great Again. It's all too simple, cut and dry. I'm not all the diatribe, look, any of this, the talk, the conversation, it's all game, politics. Again, real people are at stake while games are being played with the lives by people who really think that you're playthings. And that's the way I see it. Politics, the electoral college, we need to vote them in. Look, we have to sit up here and vote and get on things which should be common sense. Really? A right to life, a right to walk down the street, you have to vote on. We got to play games and bureaucracy. To not get killed while being black on Tuesday. Look, man. Look, there ain't nothing to discuss. All of this is a joke. It's a lie. And if you, and this is the way I feel about it. I don't care. If you want to play the game, then you're submitting to that. If you don't vote, well then, oh man, my ass. Because you decided not to do something, does that mean if you didn't decide to vote today, when this man pulls a gun on me because he has a badge and somebody said that he can kill me, if I kill him first, that is on me. Because y'all are playing games.
Okay,
our lives
so
matter. No, our lives matter. Make America Great Again means nothing but our demise. America being great again means that we have to suffer for it. America being great again means upon our backs, upon our suffering, upon period. No one can tell me any different. That history speaks for itself. Forget history, current events.
Okay, so let me ask you, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with what you're saying. Would you just listen? So you believe that the term "Make America Great Again" only means for Caucasians?
Yes.
And we're supposed to just...
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Cut and dry. No gray, no fence, no nothing.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Vanya.
Peace, dude. So, and you believe that back when you was a little girl on the swing...
That's what I want to believe. Because you know what? You know what?
Okay.
Things are so horrible. The way that things are, we definitely have to fight for our rights. So no way when I say that, does that mean that I don't, well, make America great again. I can't help but wonder, what does that mean? And that's why I asked, what does that mean? Because because I'm not going into slavery. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not even taking that vaccine. I'm not. I'm not doing it. Um, the thing is that I don't know what his interpretation is, but I just know what I'm not doing. And that's just how I understand it. That it was truly left to interpretation. Again, call in people. 516-262-3097.
Doesn't anybody have something to say?
I'm surprised.
No, right?
I'm very surprised.
Yeah, that's a bit different. That is somewhat different. Come on, y'all. Get in on this. Wow. Absolute silence.
Absolute silence.
Crickets.
Okay.
Nah, that ain't cool. What's up? Our people done lost their voice. We used to have a few people that speak up.
No, it's okay. It's okay that they don't want to speak. Maybe we covered all the points.
Maybe.
Thank God. No, I'm kidding. Hold on. Hey, speak your name.
Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let me turn this down. Okay. So, this is me, Sir God, calling in from Jersey.
Hi.
Peace.
All right. The term "Make America Great," for me, I have to say, what he meant by that was, if every individual can think back to a time where they perceived America to be great, and we all move in that form, it would become great again, because you wouldn't have so much negativity out here. Because I figure that, like, my life, when America was great, things were working in my favor, and I was doing things that made it work in my favor. So if everybody took that initiative, it would become a great place. Because Trump, no one here actually was a slave or knew what was actually going on during slavery, because all white people didn't have slaves. So that experience is not important, because we don't know that experience. But we do know the experiences that we have lived through. Okay, thanks for letting me share. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Peace. You know what?
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
No,
He summed it up.
no,
That's
he
exactly
did.
what I was
All
trying to
this-
say.
And again, and at the end of the day.
He put it so eloquently. Go ahead.
Yeah. All well and good. And as I said, that had no place for us in it.
Did you just hear what he said?
I did.
And that's and see, you kind of looked at me like, what are you, crazy, when I said back when I was a little kid and I didn't have a care in the world and all of that. He hooked it hook, line, and sinker. What I thought was he left it up to interpretation. And this is why I ask you all, what does "Make America Great Again" mean to you? You're not wrong. Trust me, you're not wrong in the way that you're thinking. I am like all for you. Hold on. Hey, say your name. Speak.
How you doing, Mrs. Sling? Nice to see y'all back on TV again.
Thanks,
What's up,
Flame.
Flame?
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm calling in to just say a quick comment, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? I won't lie to you. I think that that statement that was made is a really messed up statement. And I really think that everybody is on point but off point at the same time. You know, people are focused on slavery. And yeah, they definitely want us to be slaves, but not the kind of slaves that we thought or we're used to. They're not like, who wants to waste their time whipping on people and beating people up, because that only makes them fight back physically. Why waste their time doing that when they can put you in bankruptcy, corporate debt, own your house, own this, own that, make you afraid of coronavirus and all this other stuff, and you just dance to their little tune. That's so much more easier for him to get on TV and say, let's make America great again. Yeah. Let's get these people not to resist so much. Let's make them stupid again. So we can go back to doing business, because Trump was always a businessman, you know. He wasn't always president, and he didn't always have a TV show. Anybody that been in Atlantic City know he got a building out there. Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
So, you know, I got to think like that. Corporate debt, like for real, pardon me with this, everybody is focused on the sky, and nobody's looking at the ground. You're missing the earth because you're looking at the sky. And by that I mean this. Everybody is in corporate debt. If you want to be free, take control of your corporate self. If you don't know what I mean,
Straw
take the
man.
time to Google that.
Straw
Love y'all,
man.
y'all. Peace.
Thank
Peace.
you. Peace. Another great point. Come on, y'all. Keep it coming. Another great point. Yes. And I never considered that. This is a corporate man. So, kind of what I said about him thinking, let's make America great again for him. But yes, he's right. Financial slavery. If you want to eat, you talked about it, cashless system, making sure you're always on the grid, making sure you always owe money and all of this other kind of stuff because
You have to be
the
in
country
debt.
is built on debt. The country is built on debt.
Must be in debt.
Right. So, and everybody's purpose, quote unquote, is that fight for financial freedom. And then it becomes the 1% against everybody else. That was a very good point. I like that. I'm going to read some comments. Vanya said, America is great because of options and pursuit of happiness. Doug said, America was never great, especially for black people who were never going to be citizens. Okay. You okay?
Oh, funny. Go ahead.
I was waiting for you to speak. You threw your thumb up and
To
you
what
did
Doug said.
and you
You
did a
were
dance.
reading-
Okay, so elaborate. Those were the comments.
Oh, that's where it ended.
Yeah.
And Doug's was,
Yes.
we're never going to be citizens because we're not now.
Yes.
All right? Everything is shadow cloaked and the illusion of, but we don't have the rights even of a foreigner. Anybody can come in from another country and still get things before we can get them, if we can get them at all. What are we? No, we're not. So, even the point that you were making earlier concerning the vote, even the point of what actually is, yeah, you know.
We got a call going.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here just talking now, right?
Hey,
Saying words.
speak your name and where you calling from.
How you doing? This is Flame calling from an undisclosed location. I just need to make another comment real quick, right?
Yes,
About
please.
make America great again. There is a point in black history in which America was great for us. Not great for us like every black person, but enough of us to make the history book. That would be Black Wall Street.
I knew you would say
And the problem that white America had with Black Wall Street is that those black people were enjoying that financial freedom that I was talking about. You know, lawyers, doctors, store owners, you know, everybody living in the same neighborhood, jewelry people, everybody just sharing their same money. That was financial freedom.
Yes.
That right there was what he meant by let's make America great. Because to be honest with you, if we really learned to pull our weight, and by that I mean stop asking why you can't fight for rights. This is the craziest shit I've ever heard. Excuse my language. People fighting for rights. You can't fight for your rights. If you're fighting for your rights, that means that someone else is in control of your rights. They hold them. That's what you're fighting for. When you own whatever you say you own, you know, like the right to live, the right to breathe, the right to pursue, that's not permission given by a government. That is a reminder to the government that we will never allow you to do anything to compromise that. That's not a ask you to hook us up. That's us keeping you in check.
But
America
that's
fell
exactly
asleep.
what we're dealing
And
with.
that's what happened.
Wow. But that's exactly what we're dealing with.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the right to breathe, the right to this and that, yes. That is not for them to give us permission, but yet we find ourselves in that very same position. We're
Because of your
asking.
mentality. No, it's the mentality. You must understand. Listen to what I'm saying. And you know me personally.
Yeah.
You know I do not ask anybody for permission to do what I've decided to do. Because I'm here like you. Like, when I came out of the wound I was in, there's a similar situation on maybe an earlier or later date that you came out of a wound like that. So however we got here, right, is through the same process. And obviously I don't have no more right to be happy than you. Therefore, you do not dictate to me what I can and can't do. You know me personally. With that said, most of us don't live like that. If you want to pay attention to more great American history, let's make America great. Let's talk about the Wild West, where everybody had a gun on their hip. Do you know that the crime rate in those times was damn near next to zero? Do you
Yeah.
know
Yes,
why?
absolutely.
You see, I got this big Colt 45 in my hip, and if you really want to act stupid, this we're going to do. We're going to step into the street, turn around and draw, and I'm going to blow your head off and go home and eat oatmeal and whatever we used to eat in the Wild Wild West time.
Yes.
That's the point when America was great. The problem for blacks was it wasn't great for us because we didn't know nothing. We can't really be mad at our ancestors. We just got here.
I'm not mad
You
at them at
understand?
all.
Like, you know, like, hold on, look. We just got here. You got to give black people some time to figure shit out. That's what people are seeing now. That black people have figured shit out. That's why you see black CEOs. And that whole Black Wall Street thing, that was black folks figuring out. Back then,
Yes.
they figured it out. The crackers got tight, burnt that shit to the ground to discover any other follows. That's all. We just scared. We act like, you know, here's the thing. If you were standing in front of me, right, and I had a gun and you had a gun, and I'm trying to kill you for no good reason, and you're going to argue with me and say your life matters, you're going to stand there and try to tell me, hey, Black Lives Matter, don't kill me, or you're going to blow my brains out. Meaning,
Brains up.
don't ask for permission for what's already yours. The more you ask, the more you put them in position to say, hey, you know what?
You right.
I can give it to you, or maybe not, because, you know, the last time I gave one of y'all niggas y'all ready to live, you know, nigga was shooting DC. Like, this is when you got to shake people up and get out the mentality of, I need your permission to live.
Yes.
People
Yes.
don't even know what the Constitution says. People don't, I genuinely, people say that shit, but don't know what it says. The Constitution is a barrier for the government. It locks them in. It's a contract for them. We didn't sign shit. We're not obligated to the Constitution. We ain't got nothing to do with it. It's to keep them in line. That's the mentality that we lost. And just so you know, I know everybody that's black and Spanish and all these other happy-go-lucky people think being democratic is the shit. It is not. This country, as we know it, was a republic.
That's right.
That's what this country was. It was a republic. What a republic means is
Okay.
everybody could say, we want this. And one guy who owns it legally can say, I don't want to give it to you. In a democracy, they would make that one man give it up. There go your Democrat. In a republic, they would say, no, you can't take nothing from this one man. And the entire government would stand with that one man to protect him against the entire nation. Because that's what being a republic was. It was about being an individual, knowing who you were, knowing what your rights were. Or more specifically, knowing how to keep your government in check. You know, the president is so far away from y'all, he could be standing right next to you. You could talk to, y'all don't even speak the same language. He's talking corporate shit. Y'all talking about rights and freedoms and, oh, I'm hurting and, you know,
Yeah.
I don't like the votes and all this other shit. Like, that
Yes.
shit is stupid because he's talking to you in a completely different language.
Right.
Yes.
We could both say up. We could both say up. But my up might mean down according to this little book that we got over here, trying to show the truth. Your up really means up. So that way when you would say up and I'm looking down, you don't understand.
Yes.
Okay.
And while
I'm,
you looking up, I'm digging in your pocket.
I'm going to cut you
Financial
off.
freedom.
I love what you were saying. I absolutely love what you're saying. You make a lot of great points. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, I know you cut me off. I'm just getting ready for my upcoming show. Love y'all so much, man.
Was that a plug?
Yeah, it's a plug.
See you later. That was he makes a very, very good point on that. I want to say a quick happy birthday to Amar. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for watching. He does make a lot of points. One of the things that really hit me really well is that he said, we are fighting for our lives. It's like asking permission
To live.
to
That's
live.
Right. That's why
Why
say
am
it
I
again.
asking you permission?
For something that,
That
you
is-
should not have to ask for.
I shouldn't have to ask you for that.
Exactly. So why are we playing the game?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get with all of that. We have to go through all of these processes for me to get what is mine. got to put this lower man in place to get this higher man in place, and all to ask for something that is mine.
Okay. Okay.
No.
I'm going to say a quick
No.
comment. Is that okay? I'm going to mention Doug's comment.
Please.
He said, every time we start to come up, they knock us back down. This
Facts.
country brings us here to build, spend. We must unite, have our own. Stop trying to keep up with them.
Hold it. Let me say something. Doug, like my man just mentioned Black Wall Street, okay? Remember, then from Black Wall Street, we have memories of Rosewood and Generally 5. But did you know, total, there were 124 cities that we built. Yeah, what are these cities? Yeah, but we did it. And every time we did it, they came and
Do you think...
tore it down. What's following any of these processes will never work for us because they don't deal fairly with us.
Never have.
Never have and never will. The illusion of inclusion is involving and immersing yourself within their process to ask for things that we're not supposed to ask for. That's all I'm saying. Yo, my passion is real because die for something and live for nothing. And that is it. I'm done with all the whole thing. It's make America great again. These slogans, it's real hard to play the political game for me. Yes. Right now, my language, I will not deny nor lie that I am fighting every urge in my body not to speak what I really feel. Okay? But it would go there. And so my position is quite simplistic. There is no gray area. Anybody on the fence is a traitor. And you're going to be considered a traitor by either side. Remember that. All right? Because you're either with us or you're against us. There is no middleman. I am not supposed to have to compromise with you to live. And if I have to compromise for my life, for my right to put food on my table, to go out go out for the night with my wife and have a good time in peace, there's nothing to talk about, man. It's just war.
Well, at this point,
Right?
I
So-
think one of the situations is that there are a lot of our people that are afraid to die for their cause.
Because they have no cause.
No, we just
Listen,
talked about the causes.
Listen. At the end of the day, it's about our people. If you try to separate yourself from our people, you're alone. And you're going to get used and abused even more so because you're alone. We are, as a group, we are used and abused. So at least together we can comfort one another. At the very least, die with some dignity. Alright? This sitting up here begging for master's crumbs and all that crap, I'm a man. I don't want to be a girl for him. I'm a man, and I'm going to die a man. I don't care how it is. When I meet with my creator, I will be able to meet him straight up. Because I know what's happening. And as far as that end goes, there's more coming. It's not going to be so cut and dry on this, I know. Things cannot continue as they are. This system cannot continue as it is. And from a historical standpoint, no social order, civilization of any kind has, especially of a negative one, has ever stood the test of time. Look at your Rome, look at your Greece, and look at the rest of every other so-called great empire, because that's what this is. All right? The so-called, we're so great. You have terrorists because you're so great. What is a terrorist? A terrorist is an individual who can't do nothing else to you. He's a little kid who can't beat the bully up, and so he kicks him in his shin. He does all the little annoying things to get to him. Now, on our meager level, we're the people getting blown the hell up on the side. All right? But at the end of the day, truth is truth. You reap what you sow.
Okay. Some more comments.
Yeah.
Sir God. He says black people stay looking back so much that they can't move forward in a positive direction. And those who were prosperous during Black Wall Street didn't stay griping over slavery.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And speaking of that, but I got one better for you. None of those people lived to pass their legacy on. None of them. Do the history on that. At best it were kids. Young people, people that they died. I mean, that was it. And for the adults of that time that survived, they were never able to rebuild to even pass on the legacy of what they supposed to have
And
done.
I believe because there were rules that were put in place to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Exactly. So so trying to be a part of this process is supposed to give us what?
Okay, so Stephanie said MAGA is like the Bible, up to interpretation. So God said separation is the key. And Doug says, as long as we have to ask, we will never be great.
I'ma live or I'ma die. I don't have to ask you. Damn. And that's exactly what these individuals are doing. Especially the traitors. All the traitors. The traitors are those that are in position that the Caucasian has told y'all is your leaders. And they're playing the game like you're going to put Danny Glover in place to talk about reparations as if he is a black leader. We have plenty of individuals that could have spoke to that are far more qualified. Danny's an actor. Now, while he knows parts and so forth, but they chose him for us. They're using athletes and telling us they're our leaders. And come on, y'all. Come on, man. We talking about a bunch of dudes. The WNBA was this more men than every man in professional sports.
But I think that was a political play.
I don't care. There's an image. We now represent the bitches of mankind. And then these men just verified it by the females sitting up and standing up and doing more man shit than the men.
And you're referring to when they stood up for Breonna Taylor?
Yes.
Okay.
And they're still playing. Look, the issues that existed before this coronavirus, Kaepernick and all of that came up, and nothing has changed. They're sitting up here. You got more money than
Well, here's the thing. I feel like in that situation, there's the word you don't like. We do have to fight. We do have to fight for our rights and really fight for our rights. Not play fight.
To fight, then let's fight.
We have to fight
playing
for
the
our
fucking
lives.
game while you can sit up here and suffocate me. Why I'd rather just take your head or you take mine. I'd rather let's do it face to face. Let's do this shit.
Okay.
Playing a game with my life. Because at the end of the day, no matter what the decision is, they're going home to their beds. We're the ones that are sitting up here going back and forth with this shit. Can I breathe today? Can I not wake up with
Can't even travel someplace without wondering
exactly
if we'll even make it through the night.
Come on, man.
And that's been going on for a while. It must stop. It must stop. So God said, well, Ben, who taught black people how to be black? We're constantly emulating them because we have no identity of our own. Facts. Williams said, I wasn't aware how heated this discussion would get. You watch our show. It turns out that way. And hi, Nicole.
Now, wait a minute. Let's go back.
What's up, Nicole?
Sir God.
Yes. He said, well, Ben, who taught black people how to be black? We're constantly emulating them because we have no identity of our own.
Well,
we don't have an identity.
No. While there is some truth to that. One thing I do know.
Oh, we do.
European, ain't it?
Right. Right.
Now, hold it. Wait a minute. There have been more than enough of our people culture. We have had our own culture. We've always been separate from them. Always. But for those that are sitting up here reaching and not recognizing our own cultural things that came out of us innately. Hell, who taught us music?
Rhythm.
It came from us.
Rhythm.
It came from us. They took our babies and raised them. They wanted to separate us to create a slave race. But yet, we still Well, us. The two could not meet. It is only in this generation that assimilation has actually begun to take effect. Our music. I'm in the Bronx walking down the
so
street
wait a minute.
listening to rock music, which should not have been.
Wait a minute.
Ever.
How do you think that came into play?
Oh, you really want to know? You really want to know? Speak, because if I get started, I'm going.
Can you be going calmly?
No.
Okay, so go ahead, speak. Go ahead.
Look,
Go ahead.
at the end of the day, look at it over the last 20 years. The whole feminization thing, yes, I'm
no,
going
but
into that. No, I have to. Because through all that punk shit,
There's more-
and all that,
there's more-
stop, and let me finish my point. Don't interrupt me. All right? Because at the end of the day, there is no one thing. There are actually a few things. All right? But getting more so to the point and direct from my perspective, simple. Over the last 20 years, we watched the change happen. It's not even been 20 years. It's more like the last 10. It seemed to happen overnight. All of a sudden, gangster became girly. We got tight dudes in tight jeans and punked out hair talking about they gangsters standing on the corners in the Bronx. Home of hip hop. Are you kidding me? And we're listening with the assimilation. How did this begin? Either through biochemical, through frequency, through whatever methods, but it had to happen because my generation, we were hardcore. We were still men. Even if there were undercovers amongst in that group, that image was nonetheless still maintained and maintained by men. And then all of a sudden the men were gone. And we got these half men. And I said it. All right? Because ain't none of y'all can represent. Can none of y'all represent us as men right now? Because if it is men that will dictate the outcome of what it is supposed to be, we ain't got no men at the helm anymore. Dudes my age, we represent the middle age and we on our way out. The kids, they're done because their numbers are far smaller. Everything I look at now is about the alphabet people. It's not about our people. All right, and that's all that matters. If we don't matter, the alphabets are meant to die. They're never going to reproduce.
Okay.
Look at that. I mean, never. We, on the other hand, represent the race, the species. Well, not the species, but the race. All right. So, yo. Oh my God, yo. You know what? I don't know if I should have even been part of this today, yo.
What?
What I'm saying, well, you know, it's conversations with the Hills, and I am Hill. But
You're
still,
the Hill.
All right, look, people, the situation is not going to get no better. And
yes, it is.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes, it is, because we're going to come together, and we're going to make sure that it happens.
We have too many traitors amongst us. There are too many.
I'm not worried about that.
individuals
Yes.
No, they will sell us out. You're talking about.
So my question to you again is, how did that happen? See.
How did that happen?
Yes. So God mentioned that we keep looking back, but I'm going to mention Sankofa again, not the movie. I'm just saying Sankofa. In order to move forward, you do have to look back. And to me, what that means is studying it, finding out what's going on, find out where the mistakes were made, and reanalyze it and do it again. And do it again, but this time do it better. Do it better. So just like so you say that people were changed over, they can be changed back.
Can I say this one thing?
I'm getting ready to go there. I'm getting ready to go there.
No, you can't. I just want to say this one thing. Just hold your point. Everything that we have accomplished or attempted rather to accomplish was undermined by our own.
Okay.
So you're saying, what is the problem?
Okay. I didn't say what is the problem.
I am.
I'm telling you.
Why aren't we moving forward?
Because my turn. Because the family unit is a mess.
Oh, they destroyed that.
No, they didn't just destroy it. We destroyed it too.
No.
We destroyed it too.
We destroyed it.
We
We
destroyed
never had
it too. We just listen.
Explain.
People making babies all over the place, not caring about their youngins.
How did that begin?
Did I say youngins?
Yes, you did. You
Wait,
bugging.
too much alcohol. Did I really say that?
When and how did that begin?
Listen, it's always been from the beginning. From slavery with the selling of us and okay, so it's always been there. I'm calling it the beginning. We know it's not, but from what was taught to us as our history. So my thing is, like I've always said, bringing back those family values, people being responsible for their children. Mothers, love your children. Fathers, love your children. Teach your children. Don't harvest them. Actually raise them. Teach them values. Do different things with them. If you don't want your children being transferred over and being the spy for anybody else, raise your babies. Now, I mentioned the gun range, about my daughter being in the gun range. Somebody had their 8-year-old child at the gun range shooting. At the gun range. Why do you think that's happening? Hello? Why do you think that's happening? It's not being done because, I want to teach my child how to shoot. The little girl was in there firing the gun. My daughter was simply amazed. Like, wow. She don't even want her kids to know that she had a gun. But yet and still, this little girl was shooting a gun. What are they preparing for? And what are we doing? We're separating. That's not my baby. I don't want him around his kid. I don't like him. There's so much stuff going on around us at home. So how the hell can we fight what's going on out there when we got so much stuff that we need to take care of at home? So you talking about people being traitors. Just because they're traitors doesn't mean we can't turn them back around.
Stop.
Go ahead.
Say something. Point you just made. You know, and
I know I'm past our hour, but go ahead. We are.
All right.
Go ahead.
Anyway, I want to make a point addressing what you just said in terms of the black family. And let me simplify it for you. I hear more women bitching about a dude and his character.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, a lot of these same women are the ones that are raising these boys.
Yep.
That now become that same person.
Yep.
And it perpetuates. How is that ever going to get fixed?
I got an idea.
What? Stop having babies?
No.
What?
Have community meetings.
Huh?
Have real community meetings.
If they already got a psychosis with them, where's the
I don't care. Let's everybody who got some kind of saying to them, maybe not you, have some kind of saying to them, and let's bring them into our fold. You want to win, or do you want to just keep on complaining and doing shows like this on what we were doing? Because this was about what does Make America Great Again means.
Did you say me complain? Was you talking to me?
No.
You was just making a point.
I'm making a point. I'm going to stop for a second. I want to read some comments. Doug says, keep us divided, keep us under control. That's what they do. So God said, Ben, we haven't overcome slavery. It's just been upgraded. And because they subjected their own to the same plight, we accept it. Yes. Vanya said, amen. Sad but true. Big Will said, I feel it's all about perspective. And when a black person calls or refers to someone black as the N-word, we lose. I agree. Too many of our youngs are making babies they can't afford and don't want. Vanya said people were always people. Yeah, at this point, I don't see people caring. So God said, I doubt blacks could be conditioned without the help of other blacks selling out. Okay.
Facts.
Nicole said, they say history repeats itself whenever it's whether it's generational or individual. Yes, girl, there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Let me say it one more time. There's nothing new under the sun. I'm still going because they are getting ready. Each one teach one. Yes, girl, that's what I'm saying. Each one teach one. I bet she was white. Who Doug?
Who was white? We know about
Doug,
Doug.
you kind of messed me up there. I bet she was white.
Who was white?
But listen, desensitization. Yes. Nicole, yes, girl, yes. There's a lot of desensitization going on. I can't even talk because I've been drinking. The point is, we've got to teach. There's a little swallow in there for you. Swallow the shit. The whole point is, there you go. The whole point is, each one teach one. Nicole said it great. Oh, way past. We need the hills more often. Thanks, Doug. The thing is that we do have to help each other out. We do. Now, are there going to be people that's going to be like, no, we're going to do it this way and that's that? Yes. Do you think we give up too often? Swallow. Your drink.
Yeah, literally, right? You see me literally trying to preserve a swallow.
That's so you don't choke. But that's the glass, baby. That's the glass. But the thing is that Stephanie, that wine though, girl, yes.
That wine though.
Like tradition has it, that wine. But the thing is this: we have to find a way. Now, at the same time, we need to respect that everybody has a difference of opinion. And when I say we need to come together, we need to understand that coming together does not mean that we're all going to share the same opinion. Just like I could say, take somebody, an underprivileged teenage mom, and take her under my wing. Talk to her, help her out with different things, and support that woman. Support the father of that child as well, and making sure that he's in that child's life and understand the importance of it, of being in that child's life and what it really and truly means as bringing on the next generation, so they don't screw up and end up in prison, losing their rights to bear arms, losing their right to vote, losing so many rights and putting themselves in such a predicament that we're going to always find a way. Here's the thing: even with people who were in the prison system and who are out and who are trying to bring themselves back into the community in a positive way, why not grab them under our wing as well? And I'm not just meaning us, the Hills, but anyone in particular. We need to help all of our people. We need to help us. There's no programs out there for us. Well, there are very little programs. And if they are, please let me know what they are, where they are, so I can post it, because we need this.
Designed to create dependencies. Listen, where I'm at right now.
No, there are programs that may be funded by us that are not geared to dependency, but independency. And being independent and grow and doing what you need to do. All it may take is somebody that believes in them and knowing that, you know what, I went through this, we're gonna make it happen. Like, for instance, I've told you guys before, I was a teenage mom and I pushed really hard in doing the best that I could for my children. And some people, I don't see the same type of energy going through. It's like a defeatist attitude, and we need to turn people around.
But that is a byproduct of what they created. Helplessness is the order of the day. Being defeated, depressed, stressed, that's the order of the day. And a lot of our people have all that shit.
Of course. You see it when you walk down the street. People wear their stress.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm going to challenge every one of you.
And look at what I see.
I'm going to challenge every last one of you that when you see any one of our brothers and sisters, all I'm asking you to do is look at them. You got to wear masks so you can't smile, but say good morning. That's it. Good day. Good afternoon. You don't understand. You don't know what somebody's stress is going through.
No, hold it. Now that is not a bad thing. When I interrupted you, excuse me, to let you know that is exactly what I have been seeing of late. Shocking. On the side of a little note, I'm seeing that. individuals on the side, everybody, those. But again, through the black and the Spanish in the Bronx, in Harlem, and so forth, I do see that. Not a lot. Because it's like we recognize each other. It's weird. You know who to and you know who not. Okay, it's weird. But I do see it. Seemingly a broad stranger, straight up stranger. How you doing? You have a good day. Hey, you take care of yourself now. And it's a mutual respect, and it's a...
And see, that's... And you see the smile on my face. It's a transfer of energy.
And it's
yes.
very real. You feel it. You're like, yeah. And then it's like... It gives you the hope that all is not lost. I will say that.
Yes.
Okay,
and see, when I used to do my morning shows, that's why I did it. It was a good morning. It was a have a great day, because we know how stressful things can be. So let's start our day off good. Let's just start it off good, because if you walk down the street and we look at each other, we have the weight of the world on our shoulders. We don't walk like dip-diddy-doo-dah, dip-diddy-day. We walk like, oh, shit, it's another damn day.
Zippity-doo?
Let me say zippity-doo if I want to.
No, it didn't matter. It was
but you understand. Right, but the point I'm saying is that little thing may start something up. We're so busy dealing with all the problems that we have in our own lives, in our own world. And believe me, we all have problems. We have problems, not with each other so much, but we all have problems. We all have major situations going on. And just from that common goal, it's like we need to come together, bring our spiritual energies together so that we can each one teach one. I mean, I'm all for it. I want to grab up a young person. I want to read some comments. So God said, show next week, or do we wait until Thanksgiving? We're still on hiatus. I just had to come out and say this. I would love to keep doing my shows, and I'm going to. It's just give us a little time. We're working out some situations here, and once they're worked out, we're going to be back on. We're not going anywhere. We're not, right, babe? High five. We ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere, man.
Nowhere. Let me scroll down a little bit.
Oh, God.
We're here to stay.
What?
So you saw it right. So Andrew said, yes, we give up too easy on ourselves, and we got to stop that. We got to recondition ourselves. Doug mentions about the little girl shooting. That's what Doug said, the little girl shooting. He'll elaborate. How many blacks are in position to take on other people's children? That's not what I'm saying about taking on other people's children. That's not what I'm saying. We need one common goal and how to achieve it. We definitely need one common goal, but there may be many different ways to achieve it. That comment was from Stephanie, because everybody has different ways of doing things. We all were raised differently. Are the Hills looking to adopt? No. Hell no.
I'm retired. I'm done.
Okay.
I raised mine.
You heard the man. That's the man. We ain't doing it. Okay, Vanya said amen. Andrew said, you know you are on fire today. Smile, sis. Thank you. Doug said, who controls the program? Nicole smiled. Hey, girl. I'm liking her. Andrew said, we usually disagree, but not today. Yes, you were on fire. I've definitely loved what you had to say. And I believe you me, I'm going to take on that because I really like the information that you gave. I'm actually getting ready to go back into the show and watch it again because this is a keeper. I left you stranded in the morning. I did not, Sir God.
Yes, you did. Where is she? Where is she?
And Nicole said yes this morning. I'm not sure what she's referring to because there is a delay. Big Will said, but when a black man says hi to a to something of a blank of understanding her position, But at the same time, stop judging us. There are actually black men that's concerned about our community, which includes our
Facts.
women.
He's
Facts,
right. And that
facts,
is real.
facts, facts.
That is
Yes,
facts. That
I'm
is
gonna.
real.
I want to go into that. Please remind me for a second. Believe it or not, there are black men that's concerned about all of our community.
Such as myself.
Nicole said, "Agree to disagree in love." Mwah, I love you too, girl. And yes, Vanya, we're definitely adopting you. Don't worry about it.
He said adopt me.
Yeah, he said they'll adopt me. We sure would. Stephanie said, "Thank you for the birthday shout out." Yeah, Amar, happy birthday again.
Happy birthday.
The thing is this. Now, wait, I wanted to go back.
Big Will.
Yeah, it's a big will. Aw, thanks, Doug. He said we need the hills. One of the things I wanted to say as far as when you say hi, I'm speaking of my experience. When a man says hi, we automatically do think it's a cat call. We automatically think it's a cat call because if you say hi back, they end up marrying you. No, seriously, in all seriousness, because when you say, sometimes we don't want to conversate. We just want to say hi and keep it moving. And it's not, after a while, the negative energy burns off. So please, don't stop doing what you're doing. You see someone, don't get discouraged by it with the hi and then she doesn't respond back or she rolls her eyes or whatever. Just say good morning. You know what my suggestion is? Say good morning. Don't give her eye contact. No. Don't give her eye contact. Just say good morning and just keep it going and just leave it at that. And it should be just fine because we want to feel safe. We always want to say, not that we don't trust our black men, but sometimes you just don't, you feel like you're going to be accosted. And
Wait a minute, but what gives off that feeling of being accosted? Did I make you feel like you were going to be accosted?
No, it's experiences.
No, and this is what I'm trying to understand here. Because if our sisters are going to feel like that about every black man that speaks to you.
Okay, so
that's, you know what,
that is another show I wanted. Oh my God, that's another show. Can we write that down somewhere? Can we write that down some? I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna put down. No,
can I get the thought out?
You got it out. You got it out.
The very thought that we feel so bad about each other. They have been allowed to get into our psyche to the point that we can't even deal with each other. Honestly, hello, my sister. Oh, what's this nigga want?
I'm going to call it hello.
Yo.
I'm going to call it hello. Man. That's going to be another topic. I hope next week, but I'll let y'all know. The thing is that Sir God said, sounds like you'd have your own idea of making America great again, like it was before crack. Yes. What? Okay, I'm going to repeat that. Sounds like you have your own idea of making America great again.
I do.
Like it was before crack.
Like it was before Columbus.
Okay. So, you weren't around before Columbus.
I don't give a damn. It had to be a hell of a lot better than it was here.
So God made that comment.
Buffalo was still alive. Whole nations of people were still here. Yeah, I think it was better.
Okay, so, but you know what? Everybody always thinks the grass is greener on the other side. Everybody always thinks the grass. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there, and neither were you.
Well, I'm pretty sure the people and everywhere else on the rest of the planet were not happy.
Well, you know what? When it's time for us to meet our maker, we could ask him.
I don't have to wait that long.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to talk about the breakdown. Now, was America great for us before the crack epidemic?
No.
For us, I mean, as us, our communities, our raising of our children, our being there for our children, the kids were able to go outside and play. I remember playing double dutch in the street. I remember playing with Skelsey.
Yes,
Skelsey.
and all that.
We
Yes,
didn't.
all
I
that
don't.
there, but before that time, it was
Youngsters,
dope.
do you even know
It was heroin.
But the point. Listen.
What is your point?
The point I'm making is that before the crack epidemic, and yes, there were other things around too, but there was still a sense of family with us, some sense of family.
Yes. It's
You
been
know?
eroded over the years. I watched it
Us
disintegrate.
going to the circus, us going to the Bronx
Yes.
Zoo,
Yep.
us taking
Yes.
trips. Shoot, going to McDonald's was an event. Look at that smile on your face. It was an event.
McDonald's!
How many of y'all said, McDonald's, we going to McDonald's? And then when you knew your little cousins was coming over, you knew you were going to McDonald's. I mean, we did it. We did those things. We don't have that anymore.
No.
The kids today, that's just dinner.
Yeah.
When the crack
That's the
epidemic got on, that's when children were again separated from their families.
Yes. They
Put into
destroyed
foster
a whole
care, people
generation.
messing them up and everything
A
else.
whole generation. I tried to tell you. The kids we're dealing with now are the kids of the kids of these crackheads. That's why they all over the place now. Period. Yo. And that's why, oh man, look.
Okay, there's more comments. Vanya said, yo is more appropriate in that way. Yes, it is. He's referring to the hello. And
What?
but you know, Vanya's funny. No, Vanya, some guys in America don't just say yo. They be like,
Yo?
They
brother,
go-
no, that
they'll
is
start
not
off
standard,
with-
brother. Come on, man. And look,
They
that
go-
is a colloquialism that is
Yeah.
but no dude goes to no female
and go,
talking about
yo. They don't do that.
Not amongst our people. Right? I mean, now if you talking about a Rocky movie, yo, Adrian. I mean, yo, nah, man.
No,
They're not our
Vanya,
people, not-
wait. It can start off with, hello, sis, how you doing? And then
Yes.
it go, I'm fine, thank you. Then it's, can I talk to you for a minute? So when sisters know, it's like, oh, here we go. Listen, I'm on my way to work, or I'm on my way to do this. I'm on my way of doing something. I don't have time to talk to you. But if he's cute, you might slip him your number. If he's not cute, then you send him on his way. That's just my opinion. So if that's happened to any of y'all, that's just an opinion. That doesn't mean every woman feels that way. That's just my opinion. Vanya, to go back on the race thing, you guys have more heart and soul than us Caucasians. Okay. Big Will. Think of this. If black women feel this way, we can blame others for feeling the same way. I speak to black women, especially in the suburbs, to let her know she's got support. That's good. So God said that Columbus story could be a myth, Ben. That's true. Vanya said, you're never dying on me. Oh, thank you. I don't know if I want to be here forever, though. Definitely redefine who we are. Yes, Nicole, we need to redefine who we are. Ben stuck somewhere. There were more black businesses thriving then, and Vanya's just laughing his ass off. But the whole thing is this. Nicole is hitting it right on the. I'm loving what she's saying. Redefining ourselves. Ben, where are you? Because I think we got to go back a comment or two. Go ahead.
Is she?
You want to know who Nicole is?
Yeah.
Nicole, he wants to know who you are.
Can you answer that question?
I don't know who Nicole is. I think I know who Nicole is.
Okay.
I think I know who Nicole is. I think.
Yeah, I think too.
So can we move forward?
Would you speak?
Okay, sure. So the thing is that we do need to redefine ourselves so that we can, because so God is making made a point earlier of going back and not going back. Or our problem is that we go back. I share a different point of view of it's important to go back so you can move forward. That's part of what Nicole, I believe, is saying with redefining redefining who we are. We can be whoever we want to be. It's just that you got to put it here in your heart and redefine who you are. We got a call. State your name and where you calling from.
Yo, I know what yo.
Wait,
yo.
who is that?
That's Flame. Okay, you keyed in, okay?
Is he? Wait, don't break my shit.
Oh my God, yo, Ben, you are crazy. Oh my God, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Yo.
Oh, you guys are crazy. Yo, I'm loving this show right now, B. This is funny as hell. This is funny as hell.
Alright.
Hey, yo, Ben, stop looking all confused like you don't understand what's going on.
Alright.
This is not my doing. I just need you to know that. I don't have nothing to do with that.
Alright.
But
Say no more.
Okay, guys,
Say no
goodbye.
more. Get
Goodbye.
it. Bye,
I'm hanging up.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Y'all gonna stop that. Where you going? Sit down.
I'm not going nowhere.
It's okay, girl. Anyhow,
Speak.
I am speaking.
No,
You're making
stop.
it hard for me not to speak. Anyway, I agree with Nicole that we do need to redefine who we are. And I love what she said.
We're going to be remade at the end of the day.
So here's the thing. What does that mean to you? Do you have an idea of what that means to you to be redefined?
Yeah, remade. See, at the end of the day, at the end of the day,
That was for Stephanie with that wine. Girl.
though,
Girl. Go ahead.
depending on the philosophical aspects or even metaphysical, we are going to be remade. And I believe we have to be because we are broken. And we need to get away from the European in order to be fixed. We need a significant amount of time for that fix to actually occur. Now, going on beyond that, we don't have the tools.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
You know, I'm going to tell you why when I said we don't have the tools. The reason we don't have the tools is because we don't have the mindset. It's going to take a significant amount of time and maybe even generations for it to even happen.
That's okay.
No, which I'm not against at all, but I don't believe that's what's going to happen.
It is going to happen. See, you can't have a defeatist attitude on this.
No, baby, that you have misunderstood me. Oh, it's going to happen. It's the how that I'm talking of. It's going, no, defeat, it can't happen. The end result is going to happen no matter what. But it's how it's going to get there. See, each one of us are talking about what needs, even you, and I've come to understand that none of it ever will happen. See, everything the way we are talking about it. Listen to me. All right, I'm about to state something here. Everybody that is out there listening, follow me with this. I'm trying and compress this as much as possible. Look, from the very beginning, the Caucasian tried to create a slave race. He took the children away from the parents, separating this, so forth and so forth and so forth.
Okay.
They got him to the point that the slave thought he was born to be a slave, that he was the white man's property. He believed that shit. How the fuck did we come out of that?
We didn't.
No, we did.
We did not.
No, listen to me.
I'm listening.
We didn't get free from the mentality of it, but no, the presence of the Most High. And that's where I'm at. That's what I'm calling it. Some others wouldn't. Because at the end of the day, what I believe, it was music. Nobody understood it. The Caucasian, by their own writings, didn't even understand. What are these noises they're making?
The music, Yeah, the
The
music.
music was our spiritual connection to the Most High, and was did I say musical? No, I mean on a higher thing. It's not as mundane as, it's a higher thing. Something the spirit, soul, has been keeping us up. There have been individuals that have been born amongst us, their mentality. Malcolm, the whole defiance, it made no sense. He stomped that out of us. It didn't exist, but yet it keeps coming back. What is that? Okay? We are going to be remade. Now, in terms of the prophecies, looking at what I'm seeing now, at one point I was beginning to even go against that aspect, except to know that it would just be a great revolution. Now, looking in from my perspective, there's something far greater going on here. And according to the prophecies, we will be remade. Because
Yes.
at the end of the day, and I'm not even coming from a Christian perspective, listen, we accordingly in this condition because the Most High got pissed at us for the last damn time. And that's why we're in this position. But if you continue reading into those prophecies, he does say, when I come back, I ain't coming back for you. I'm coming back for my sake. I'm going to raise you where I want you to be for my sake because I got some ass kicking to do on another side. It's a bigger picture. We're just part of it. Okay? And the more I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at us raising, there's a lot of people that are coming, quote unquote, the new term, awake, and it's happening. And I see it happening. And it makes no sense that it's happening. It's just happening. Change is starting to occur. So based on that, there's something more going on here. So I'm going to leave it at that. My wife,
Okay.
you take it on out.
Okay, so before we go, Nicole said Mickey D's. Big Will said, but there are many blacks moving from this country. So God said the Caucasians saw his success and felt comfortable enough to let them go, knowing they would return, and here we are. Vanya said, like Kung Fu music is. Big Will said, I disagree. Anybody that's living in bondage does not believe that his lot in life. Freedom is not given to man by man.
What?
God gave all man freedom. A man
We're talking
denies
about at that
freedom.
Time.
Now,
at that time, read the history. This is what they thought. What are you saying?
Nicole, yes,
You're
I do
speaking
know who
with
you
knowledge
are.
of today,
Um,
not then. 1592. What are you talking about? What
Okay.
did a black man know?
William said, thanks for another great show, Hills. Have a great evening. Thank you too, Kyle. Vanya said, what are the odds you'll be talking American Horror Story next time? Let me elaborate on music before we close out. That is how a lot of the slaves, at least the way it was told, that is how they were able to communicate with one another. It was through music, was through hymns, and giving each other messages so that we can obtain our freedom. We're very intelligent, and that's the thing. Some of us just need to remember that we are intelligent people as a whole, and we do not have to stay in bondage, as we would like to call it. Big Will said that. He also said, that's the, Sir God, I'm reading more comments, guys, I'm sorry. That's the same thing they told the slaves, just want for the Savior to come save you. There are many slave uprisings from Big Will. They did not accept bondage.
Yes, there were many uprisings.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about after a certain point. This is true. And again, come on.
They
Where
fought
did
when
Nat
they were
Turner
when
come
they
from?
were they
All right?
where
I
they
mean,
could.
I'm saying, where did Nat Turner come from? The point is I'm making is that the spirit, they tried to stamp it out. How did
You
it
can't
keep coming
stamp out. You cannot stamp out our spirit.
That's where I'm coming from.
You cannot stamp out our spirit.
Yes, that is.
But I
now
want
been learned.
everybody, for people who are watching now and for people to watch later, Thanks, Nicole. Thank you so much for watching. One love to you as well. I want you all to understand that we have our power inside of us. And we need to come together spiritually. We need to come together spiritually.
Oh, no, I wasn't that. I'm sorry.
I know you're not,
realization.
but
I just
I
had
know
a
it's a realization. But I'm telling you, we need, because I got you spiritually. I'm hearing you. We need to come together spiritually and come together so that we can be together overall. Let's put all the bullshit behind us. Let's do what we got to do so that we can become successful, if not for anything else, but for ourselves. One more comment. Douglas says, we pee. Okay. Yes, Sir God said, yes, we remember what they tell us so that it sounds like we made up these historical stories. Okay. So at the end of the day, we got to end. Ben is like, what the heck did she do? At the end of the day, we are going to end today's show. I want you guys to have a beautiful weekend. I can't wait till we're on regularly again so that we can continue vibing. And, Sir God, we make our own traditions as they come. Please stop. I just got to say that. But at the end of the day, we got to go. Peace out. Peace.